It is becoming clear, as critics say, the Democrats have become the party of lawlessness, noting that their policies, in some cases, promote violence while they trash the police. Look at New York City's mayoral candidate, Zohran Mamdani, who has long supported defunding the police.
When we talk about defund the NYPD, the entirety of the push is defund the NYPD and refund all of these different social services and things that actually create safety.
Mandani also previously called for the end of the NYPD's elite SRG unit, which responded to the deadly shooting in Manhattan this week. They play a critical role in crime suppression and responding to major public disorders. Mandani tried to walk back his anti-police rhetoric this week.
My statements in 2020 were ones made amidst a frustration that many New Yorkers held at the murder of George Floyd. What I have said time and time again is the campaign that I am leading, the campaign that I am asking New Yorkers to consider, is one that has been clear on its public safety approach.
And we wanted to know if people still feel safe in New York, so the Big Weekend Show hit the streets to find out for this week's Talk of the Town.
Do you feel safe in New York City?
Yes. Not really, like it kind of depends on where I am.
The more police that I see around me, the more safe that I personally feel.
Do you think it could be helpful to have more police in the city?
I think more police patrolling, maybe, as they say, walking the beat, I think that would be fantastic. Probably necessary at this point.
It would be a good idea to have like a highly trained police, so I don't think defunding them is probably isn't the best idea.
Too many more and you're going to start feeling like overpowered by police presence, but any less you're going to start risking people not taking law seriously.
How do you feel about local leadership? Do you think they should uphold law and order?
Oh, absolutely. I think they need to be absolutely more hands-on. I think they need to be more involved and a bit more transparent.
It's a big city, you need a big group of people in order to keep that safe, as many as they can.
I mean, that should be a priority of anyone who's in a position of power to look after the citizens of New York City as well as all the tourists as well.
I feel safer knowing that there's people that could help me.
Jerry, what do you think?
Well, my husband and I lived in Manhattan for a long time. I'm here every single day for work, and I can tell you I'm always anxious. And I never was, say, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 15 years ago, Giuliani the mayor, Bloomberg the mayor. You felt very different. The streets felt different. Now you can get high on marijuana walking down the street. It's shocking to me that that's what's going on here. But this city really needs a deep rethink on how we're going to handle public safety, especially in the wake of the shooting last week where 4 people died. 4 people died. Somebody walked in with a long gun into an office building in New York City and started indiscriminately shooting. We have to do something.
Yeah, and Officer Diderol Islam lost his life along with 3 others. This is Mamdani touting his public safety plan to the press. Listen.
What I am speaking of is a vision that will not only address public safety, but also keep officers in this very police department, will ensure that they can actually respond to the crimes that are being committed. I'm proud of the public safety platform we've put together.
But his plan sounds a lot like what defund the police activists want. It creates a Department of Community Safety, in part by taking $605 million from existing programs. It establishes community mental health navigators and violence interrupters who will allegedly de-escalate violent situations and mediate conflicts. Joe.
New York press is absolutely worthless. Zohran Mandani did this press conference, and he was asked lightly, kind of in a benign way, hey, you want to defund the police. You said this back in 2020. What do you think now? And that gave him an out. Let's quote him. All right, from 2020, quote, police do not create safety. Quote, we do not need an investigation to know that the NYPD is racist, anti-queer, and a major threat to to public safety. What we need is to defund the police now. He also said queer liberation means defund the police. He talks about how, well, I just was saying that about the George Floyd killings. At last check, that was one Minneapolis police officer. What did the NYPD have to do with that? You call them racist, you call them anti-queer, and we're supposed to expect that you suddenly changed, evolved on your position? If he doesn't start being asked really tough questions, this maniac is going to become mayor of New York City. As it stands right now, is a double-digit lead over Andrew Cuomo, Eric Adams, and Curtis Sliwa, because he's being given a free pass from what's supposed to be a tough New York press.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.